If I say the name Steve Jobs, who do you think of? Or rather, what do you think of? That's right, he's the founder of Apple, and if I knew Steve Jobs in the 1970s when he was first starting up Apple, he might have asked me to invest into his stocks when he was going public. And at that point, Apple stock was just $20. So if I had invested, let's say, $1,000 into Apple stock back in the day, today, like for like, my investment would be $9,000. So I would have 9x my return in that 40 years, but that's not all. Apple, during that whole time, has given their investors a lot of bonuses. So in reality, my pot would be closer to $500,000 over the 40-year period. But in order for that kind of return to happen, I needed three things. One is the knowledge. Without knowledge, you could not have done any of those. Second is the right means to invest safely. Third is patience to have the long-term view. It's over 40 years that you could have that gain. But if you had taken that money out in a short-term period, you might have lost everything.
So Northern Rock was a bank around in the 2000s. It was based up in the northeast of England. It had a very aggressive way that it was looking to make money. It was lending people 100% of the value of their house through a mortgage. Now that's just not done anymore, but the reason they could do that was because employment and also house prices in that area were rising really quickly. So provided that carried on going, everything was good. And because they were being so successful, they were able to offer very good savings rates. So people in the area rushed to actually put their money with Northern Rock. Now, that looks like a really, really good business plan until we start to break it down. What were the only things that could go wrong? Well, unemployment started going up and house prices stopped rising. It was the perfect storm. That meant that profits started going down. So a share price that used to be £3 started ticking lower. People started getting bad news about Northern Rock's overall profitability. So people started to take money out. That accelerated. Things started snowballing. The share price went down below £2, went down to £1, went down to 50 pence, carried on going lower. You can see from the slide, those are people that are actually queuing up to take money out. That happened on one Saturday morning. The previous evening, the share price was down to about 4p. And at that time, I thought this could be a good time to buy some shares. So I bought £5,000 worth. Now, at that point, even though that sounds like a crazy idea, it wasn't so bad. At that stage, no bank or building society, any financial institution had ever been allowed to fail by the British government. So if I bought the shares at 4p, wait for the government to come out and put a support package in place for Northern Rock, let the shares go to 8p, 12p, 20p, 25p, look to sell. I'm not trying to go too far, but take some nice profit out of it. What was the only thing that could possibly go wrong? Well, I found out within about 2 hours of buying the shares. Not only did the government not come out and support Northern Rock, it actually said it was going to let them fail. And the share price went from 4p to 0. I guess my moral on that story is, for every Steve Jobs and Apple and every Bill Gates and Microsoft, you're going to get a Northern Rock horror story. So when you are investing, make sure that you diversify so that you catch some of the good ones when you catch the inevitable bad ones.